our guest speaker. So welcome to our weekly team call. Today is July 23rd. We have 9 days left in this month to really crush it. Next Monday, we have the customer launch of MBF. So if you feel like you dropped the ball with the coach window, we still have an opportunity to really rock this launch with the customer window. I think I'm just going to keep signing everybody up as coaches though, and just give them that only option. Because like Amy was talking about on the Set Your Soul on Fire call, like it's the best way to get people signed up. They save the money and it just helps us also rank advance. So with that, let's dive into recognition. Okay. Shout out to everybody in Success Club. We have Amber at Success Club 37, Jacqueline not far behind her, Success Club 30, myself at Success Club 12, Emily Rose, Success Club 10, and I know for a fact she's like a brand new coach. She's been a coach maybe like 2 weeks. So Emily. And then everybody at Success Club 5, we have Loea, Tara, who actually went Emerald today. Go Tara! Vanessa and Brianna and Ashley. So shout out to all of you guys. And then we have a bunch of people who are almost there. We have Tiffany, Success Club 4, Christy, Success Club 4, Mallory, Success Club 4, Nicole, Success Club 3, Michelle, Success Club 3, Gina, Success Club 3, Courtney, Success Club 2, Alana, Success Club 2, Kayla, Success Club 2, Cass, Success Club 2, oh my gosh, I'm the worst with names. Adriana, no, that's not it. I'm sorry. The Success Club 2. Josie, Success Club 1, and Sammy at Success Club 1. And then all of our leaderboards for July. So we still have three separate Star Diamond qualifications happening. We entered our 5th week of 3-star qualification as a team. Amber and Team TCD entered their 3rd week of 2-star qual, which is really exciting because when she wraps up this qual, she gets to open her 2nd CDC. And then Eden is also in week 5 with her Diamond Coach Caitlin of 1-star qual, which is really exciting because when she locks in 1-star, she'll earn her invitation to New Leader Conference. And so everybody, if you have Diamond as a goal this year, should really be pushing for at least 1-star. So you get an invitation to NLC, and I know myself and Amber and Courtney, you went to NLC too, and it's like such a cool event. Like Beachbody treats you like royalty. You get amazing trainings. You get to work out with all the celebrity trainers. It's a blast, so I would definitely push for that. And then our diamonds, we have Jacqueline, Caitlin, Loea, and my 2nd CDC. And then look at all of our beautiful, shiny Emerald coaches. First, I want to start out by congratulating our new Emerald coaches. Again, Tara Brown, Vanessa, and Brianna Hewitt. So huge shout out to you guys. And then our current Emeralds, we have Teresa, Eden. I still need to take you off. I don't know why I have you on there. Actually should have Kyle on there though, your husband. Kelsey, Cass, Katie, Mary, Katie, Amanda, Kayla, Caitlin, Tiffany, Gina, Wendy, Mallory, Madison, Taryn, Jennifer, Era, Denise, Michelle, Amanda, Jacqueline, Josie, Alicia, Alana, Lydia, Abby, and Megan. So many Emerald coaches. Just imagine if you guys all went Diamond. Our team would be insane. Anyways, and then for our Diamond Watch this week, we have Kelsey with 5 active coaches. We have Katie with 7 active coaches, getting close, Katie, and Cass with 5 active coaches. And then Emerald's almost there, Teresa, Nicole, and Abby. Remember, to get on the Diamond Watch board, you have to have 4 active coaches. And then for Team TCB, we have Mary with 6 active coaches. We have Kayla with 7 active coaches and 1 Emerald. So close. We have Amanda with 4 active coaches and 1 new Emerald, and Caitlin with 4 active coaches. And then for Passion Collective, we have Michelle with 6 active coaches. So this is huge, you guys. Some people are getting really, really close. And I think with everything coming for the rest of the year, you can definitely make that happen. But now I want to dive into our team call because we have the amazing Courtney frickin' Burton on our team call. So she is a 3-star diamond coach, really close to 5-star diamond qualification. I know for a fact. She is also premier coach. She's been a coach for 3 going on 4 years. And she's just like a badass human being who it's been really fun to watch her like kick ass. She's on track to earn 6 figures this year. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. Income is all up to your diligence and skill, and that's income disclaimer. But anyway, so I'm going to kick it off to Courtney so she can blow our minds. Make sure you take notes, you guys.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for the intro. Like Kate said, my name is Courtney Burton. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm just going to do like a brief who I am, and then I'm going to get into the training tonight. So I have been a coach for 3.5 years. Before I was a coach, I was a bartender, I was a waitress, I was a CrossFit coach, I was a personal trainer. My husband and I were opening our own paddleboard business. I think we were in year like 2 of our paddleboard business, but it wasn't really taking off because I was working all those other jobs and he was also a full-time mechanic, and our lives were just like when I say 100% different than what they are right now, I can say 100% different. He's sitting back here, say hi, Braden, with our son, Bodie. Like we have a kid. That's how different it is. And when I found the coaching opportunity, I want to say I was looking for something, but I didn't know what I was looking for. And I bet you that every single one of you on this call were in a similar spot that I was. As far as you knew in your heart that there was something more, that there was something more to this life. And that's where I was, you guys. I was waking up. Okay, this is my schedule. This is how I break it down for people. I would wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I would go to the country club and teach my first group fitness class from 6 to 7, personal train a client from 7 to 8, come home at 8 a.m., go deliver paddleboards because we're still doing pickup and delivery on paddleboards, go to the CrossFit gym, coach CrossFit from 9 until 11 a.m., personal train a client from 11 to 1, come home, answer all the missed phone calls from my paddleboard business. Like, no wonder it wasn't successful. Like, I had all these missed phone calls. Take a quick shower, go in at 3:30 to the bar, and bartend till 1 in the morning. And my husband would get off work at like 5 or 6, and you'd go and pick up all the paddleboards and get them cleaned and get them ready for the next day. And I was 32 years old, and I can just remember thinking to myself so freaking clearly that this is not what being a grown-up was supposed to be like. Like, if you guys follow me at all or know anything about me, I love being outside. I love playing. I'm like an adult that likes to go outside and play every day. It is what I enjoy doing. And I was on somebody else's schedule. Like, can you remember being a kid and the only thing you wanted, like, you didn't want to go to school. You didn't want your parents telling you what to do. You wanted to go outside and play. And I could not wait to be a grown-up, because when I was a grown-up, I didn't have that. Nobody was going to be able to tell me what to do. I was going to be able to go outside and play whenever I wanted. And here I was, 32 years old, a grown-up, and I was on somebody else's schedule, and we were living paycheck to paycheck. And I felt like I was on this hamster wheel, and there was no getting off it. And I had no clue that Beachbody was the answer, but I knew I was looking for something. And I know that there's so many women out there that can relate to that. That can relate to being like, I knew there was something more out there and I didn't know what it was. And I trust me, when I found my coach is Meredith Canal. When I found her, she was talking about how she was in Mexico for a month and she was in her late 30s and she was in the best shape of her life, and how she was earning income and helping women with these boot camps. And I reached out to her and I said, what are you doing? Like, I want to do that. And she told me Beachbody. And I said, deuces, thank you, but I don't want to do that. Like, thank you, but no thank you. And I had so many preconceived notions around what Beachbody was and what the workouts were and what it would be like to work in this kind of company, because I never wanted to be that girl on social media that was like, have you ever tried Spindrift? It's delicious. You should buy this product. Like, I didn't want to be like that creepy sales girl. And so I told her no. But I continued to watch her, you guys. And her invite, can I just tell you guys, her invite was like the stupidest invite in the world. So when everybody like freaks out about invites all the time, they're like, I don't know how to send an invite. Her invite was, hey girl, are you on the team? And I messaged her back and said, no, what team? she was like, oh, I just saw your profile and I just assumed that you were already on the team somewhere. Like I'm a coach, I'm an online wellness coach, and I just assumed that you did that as well. And I was like, no, tell me more. She's like, sweet, what's your email address? I'll send you an email. And that's how it started. It wasn't like, hey, I see your profile and you seem like you're a great wellness influencer. What are you like? You know, it wasn't like anything weird or spammy or whatever. It just like was simply because she just saw me and assumed that I was part of Set Your Soul on Fire somewhere, right? Because I was already like posting about fitness and stuff. So I do that now. And a couple of times I've gotten women that have messaged me back and they're like, are you talking about being a lesbian? Because yes, I am. And I'm like, no, I'm talking about online wellness coaching, but that's awesome. And congratulations for you. And you can join this. You can join my team. I'm talking about fitness team. So that's my story. One day I just got tired of my own bullshit excuses. And I was sitting around a bonfire and I was drinking too many beers and I was uncomfortable in my own skin, even though I was a CrossFit coach and a personal trainer and all the other things. I was about actually the exact weight that I am right now because I just had a baby 3 months ago. I was like right around here. And I was just kind of uncomfortable in my own skin and I didn't have the confidence. And isn't that the magical thing about Beachbody, you guys? Like it was 5 days into the boot camp. I had not dropped a single pound, but here I was. And for some reason, I had the confidence that I'd never had before from the community and from the programs and from like doing it for myself. And so I don't know. I was the same exact weight that I am now. And I sent Meredith a message at like 8:00 at night after too many beers by a bonfire. And I was like, sign me up for your stupid boot camp. I'm never going to be a coach though. I'm going to prove this wrong. I'll do it for 21 days. She started me with 21 Day Fix Extreme. 4 days in, I messaged her and I was like, upgrade me to be a coach. I'm going all in. I'm here for life. Like I was in because the workouts work and the meal plans work and everything just freaking works with this. And it's such a gift that it is our job to share that with people. And especially right now, you guys, with MBF, like I said, I was a CrossFit coach before this. And so this style of training is my jam. And the fact that I get to share something that I'm so passionate about, I think that is the best program the Beachbody's ever put out. It is like, for me, it is the perfect amount. Like there's no woo, there's no extras. It is get down, get to work. Megan's cues are on point. She knows how to train people. It is just like, it is amazing. And the fact that it is our job to help people get started with MBF and then to help them help their friends get started with MBF is just insane to me. So I am going to share my screen. I made some slides. Will you enable share screen, Kate? I'm going to share some slides and we're going to talk about a little bit about getting over the no objection of coaching and how exactly I do that. And then also we're going to talk about you guys running a business because like I said, my husband and I started our paddleboard business in 2015. So I came into this already as a business owner and with that entrepreneurial mindset. And I'm assuming that if you're on this call, you're here to build a business. So I'm going to talk to you guys like CEOs and business owners. And I hope that's okay today because that is what we get to do. Like it is such a gift that we get to own our own freaking businesses. Let's see if this worked. Oh, it worked. Here I am. Okay. Let me make this a little bit bigger. I like slides because they just keep me on track. If not, I will just start talking and I'm like, what is this over here? And I just start talking. So we're talking about get over the no and grow your own biz. And I'm going to jam through this training because I want to give you guys time to ask questions at the end. I want to make sure that I cover everything that you guys want to know from me. So make sure while I'm going through this, if you have any questions that come up, write them down, jot them down. So I have time for that. Okay. Congrats, you guys. You own your own business. Now show up like it. Imagine you just opened your own business. You spent months getting loans, finding a building, getting inventory, and preparing for this opening. You are so excited and you put blood, sweat, and tears into this. And if it doesn't succeed, you will be devastated. Not just emotionally, you guys, but financially. I know about this because I own a brick and mortar business. And every single season, at the start of the season, we put in tens of thousands of dollars to get our business up and running. That is not a joke. That is, if we do not make that back, we do not attract the customers and have good customer service and do all the things, my husband and I will be financially destitute. Like we will be in so much debt. Now imagine you just bought a $160 challenge pack with some income opportunity. It'd be nice to earn back some extra income, but you don't want to seem salesy. So if it happens organically, that's okay. You guys, that is not how you own a business. You need to look at the top statement and say, if it doesn't succeed, you will be devastated, because this is a business and you have such an opportunity here, you guys. But this bottom statement is how most women come into the business and they say, I want to grow a business like you, Courtney. And I tell them, this is what I did. I give them the blueprint. This is what I did. I hit Success Club 10 every single month. I rank advanced to Emerald. I rank advanced to Diamond. I grew my team. I did everything in my power that I could. Because the alternative, you guys heard my schedule before. That was the alternative. And that was the life that I was going to live forever if I did not go all in and freaking change it. So I did not treat it like a $160 business opportunity. I treated it from the very beginning like $1 million opportunity. All right, guys. From the get-go, I started inviting people. And I get it. Inviting can be scary. So the first couple things that you guys need to do before you invite is get your own mind right. I think one of the reasons that I was successful right out the gate with this business, and I'm going to share with you guys some of my hard numbers. I think one of the reasons I was successful right out the gate with this business is because I had already been working on personal development. My husband and I had gone to we went to a Date with Destiny that December. And so I knew I already had that mindset shift of I can do anything. And you guys, that is the biggest key in this business. So get your mind right to start. Listen to a podcast. I recommend all of the Tony Robbins podcasts or Ed Milet. Those are my two favorites. They're dudes, but whatever. They're awesome. Listen to some pump me up music. Like listen to some music that pumps you up. Do you know that song by Macklemore? Born for This? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or do you know what I'm talking about, that song? God, I can't think of the name of it right now. Like I listened to that song like 3 times on repeat, super loud in my house, and dance around to it. Like, and find your jam out song that gets you amped. Do a workout. Like know what you're doing. Drink some Energize and freaking hit send. I loved Ashley Molstead's recognition speech that she was doing when she was doing the top coach at Summit this year. When she was saying how she was sitting in those stands during her first summit and she was looking down at all the elite coaches and the women walking across stage, and she didn't look at them and think, I can't do that. She looked at them and she's like, why not me? I think I can do that. And I want all of you guys to have that mindset. There's no reason, especially right now with like Kate was saying in the beginning of the call, with everything Beachbody is giving us, that why not you? People need us right now. The gyms are not opening back up. Everything's closing back down here. We have one more positive COVID case in our county this week, which there most likely will be. They're shutting everything back down. Like people need some sort of consistency in their life when everything is going to shit. And we have that for them. You guys, I want you to write down a list of how business has changed your life. And when I was making these slides today, these were a couple things that came to my mind. I got in the best freaking shape of my life. I never thought that I would have abs. You guys, I had abs. Like I was a CrossFit coach and personal trainer for 5 years and I never had abs. I had abs. I made my best friends in this business. I made the women that like I call first in the good times and the bad times. Like I could not imagine my life without them. I started earning extra income in my first month. In my first month, you have the opportunity to earn extra income. With a brick and mortar business, you guys, you are lucky, and I'm gonna have a slide to share if that happens in the first 3 years. The first 3 years. I found a nutrition program that works for me. Like that in itself is a life changer, is a life changer. My husband started working out. He loves Lift 4. He's done Lift 4 like 25 times. Loves it. But he started working out. That's something that I never thought like that we would do that together. I love the programs. Like I never thought that I would find a comprehensive library like this. Shakeology is my go-to snack. I couldn't imagine my life without it. I drink it every single day. My mother-in-law is here right now, and we were putting collagen in our Shakeology this morning, and she's like, you need to talk about the collagen more, Courtney. My hair and my nails are so amazing. Like, this is awesome. Like, thank you so much. I love it. And I was like, well, I'm just going to have you on my story this week, Terry, and talking about it. Because she loves it. I'm like, that's great. Like, it's affecting my family, right? It's helping them. And you guys, I am becoming the woman and the leader that I always knew I was supposed to be. How has this business changed your life? Write that list down. Read it every single time that you're going to invite to coaching or to invite to these boot camps, because my mindset from the very beginning has always been, if somebody tells me no, it's their loss. It's their freaking loss. Look at this community you guys have. Look at all of these little faces in these squares. Like, how awesome is this? How awesome is it to have this? And so whenever anybody tells me no, and I'm like, they'll come back. They'll be back around, or they won't, and they'll keep watching and they'll be sad. And there's nothing that I can do about that. The only thing that I can do is invite them and give them the opportunity to join us. And if they don't want to, there's nothing I can do. It's off of me. It's off of me, right? You guys, this business is an opportunity of a lifetime, so share it, just like I was saying. You guys, it normally takes anywhere from 6 months to several years for a new business to become profitable. One of the main problems for people starting small businesses is paying their bills until their new business starts to make money. Braden, what's the statistic of small businesses failing and succeeding? 4% of businesses after 10 years succeed. 4%. Dude, Beachbody's been in business for 21 years. They doing something right. They're part of the 4%. You guys are part of the 4%. We are part of the 4% as a team. Like, Amy's been in this business now for 10 years. We are part of the 4%. Like, can you imagine? And write in the chat box, who has ever owned a brick and mortar business? Like an actual, a shop. Because can you imagine taking out loans, hundreds of thousands of dollars? And Jamie Fitzpatrick talks about this a lot, because he had a brick and mortar business before Beachbody too. Taking out hundreds of thousands of dollars of loans, knowing that you have a 4% chance of making it. And people were like, ooh, 160, that challenge pack. I'm on, and I get all this fitness stuff. I don't know about it. I'm like, you ain't ready for a business then, girlfriend. You don't want to be a CEO. You don't want to own a business if you can't ante up $160 on yourself. I'm a little tough love, I guess. Why I share this business, and then also these are just the big things I see all the time. A lot of coaches get discouraged because it takes too long. Like, I've been doing this for 3 months and I haven't seen success yet, Courtney. And I'm like, girlfriend, it takes most businesses 3 years to break even. What do you mean you've been doing this for 3 months and you haven't seen success? You are just beginning your business. You are just opening. In reality, you guys, all businesses take a really long time, and much longer than this. We're lucky that our monthly bills are our Shakeology to keep our business active, or our $16 coach office fee. I wish I could tell you what we pay for our bookkeepers and stuff like that, and our accounting for our other business. Most people have to create their own business plan. For entrepreneurs, you guys, we're so lucky. We are literally given a blueprint and a template for success. When we open Wheelies and Waves, people were like, good luck, have fun figuring that out. Deuces, we'll talk to you later. Like, nobody helped us out. And in this business, we want to see you succeed. You guys, and it's time to take ownership of your business. Like, are you actually doing the things? Are you using the business activity tracker, which is one of the blueprints and templates that you have? Are you showing up for team calls? You are if you're here, you're crushing it. And then are you putting those things into action? Are you not just showing up for team calls, but are you doing the things every single day? Because guess what? If I didn't show up to Wheelies and Waves and just was like, I don't feel like showing up today, do you think that I would have a business 5 years later? Like, no, I show up there every single day. Like, Brady and I are there every single day. It's our business. Just like I'm at Courtney Burton Fitness every single day because it's my business. So take ownership. And we have a blueprint to follow. Like I said, we have the team trainings and national wake-up call. We have the 4 vital behaviors, which are there for a reason. And let me tell you, consistent work over time pays off. Not sometimes working overtime, not working really hard for a month and then no time. Consistent work over time. It is going to pay off. All right, these are like my basic coaches. This is how I invest in coaching right here. First and foremost is I usually connect with them on Instagram. I follow them. I like their photos. I connect with them typically via Instagram stories. So I watch their stories and I message them directly from a story. Like, oh my God, girl, your glasses are cute. Where'd you get them? Or your baby's so cute. How old is he? Or where did you get that? I don't know, whatever it is, right? I'm interested in their lives. And then I immediately go for the invite and I go for a no. I expect a no because I'm a weirdo on Instagram, you guys. They don't know me. Of course they're going to say no. I said no. Meredith was a weirdo on Instagram. Who was going to say yes at first? I expected a no. I'm like, I asked them where they got their beverage and they're like, oh, I got it from Walgreens. And I'm like, oh my gosh, awesome, girl. I totally just stalked your page out. You look awesome. I'm a health and wellness coach. Is that something you've ever thought about? Like, no. I'm like, okay, well, are you interested? That's what I do. No. Okay, cool. Whatever. Keep being a friend, you guys. Keep showing up in their lives. Keep watching their stories and keep sharing about your coach life. Share inspiring stories from other coaches on your team. Talk about your small wins and keep chatting with them about anything but coaching. This is how Meredith reeled me in. She invited me to the coaching opportunity and I said no. And then she just started talking to me about everything else but coaching, to the point that I finally was like, can you freaking tell me about this coaching thing? Like, I had to ask her about it because she refused. Like, she just would talk, because this is what you expect from somebody that's new in a network marketing business, right? They invite you to try their product and you say no, and then you just expect them to keep inviting you and talking to you about it. Guess what? If you invite them once and they say no, and then you just keep talking to them about everything else, eventually they're going to be like, but you're sharing on your social media the changes you're making in your life and everything else that's happening. They're going to ask you eventually. I made it a point to invite all of my local friends, like my regular friends and family members, one time, like, hey girl, I have a boot camp starting. Like, I think you would like it. Would you ever want to join one of my boot camps? No, I don't ever want to join your boot camp or your coaching, Courtney. Okay, cool. And then I just never talk about it again. And then like after 2 months, they're like, dude, your boot camp looks amazing. I'm watching all your stories. Can you tell me about it? I'm like, of course I can tell you about it. I just told you that I'd invite you once and then I wouldn't invite you again unless you asked me. So I keep chatting with them, you guys. Like, where are you going next? Are you traveling? Asking them questions about, I just talk with them. I become their friend. Get the email. Eventually the opportunity is going to present itself. If they keep watching my story over and over again and I have an invite on my story, I'll shoot them an invite for my story and be like, hey girl, my boot camp's starting. Did you want to join? like, I know you saw my story. I love sending invites from my story because I can see that they saw it. And if you click the little arrow, it like shows up in their DM so they know what you're referencing during the invite. Do you know what I mean? They know what you're referencing with the little arrow. So I just go through whenever, like MBF bootcamp. Tomorrow, I will probably go through and invite every single person that hasn't joined yet that watches my story. Hey girl, I have some spots left in my bootcamp. Have you thought about joining this round? That's it. Copy paste. Boom, 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 boom. It takes like, I don't know. I don't have that many people to watch my story, like 30 minutes. Get the email and then follow the scripts. Stop making up your own shit. It doesn't work. I'm sorry, I've had coaches on my team for like 2 years. I had a one-on-one coach with a one-on-one call with a coach. She's on my team for over 2 years. And she's like, well, this is what I'm sending. And I'm like, well, why didn't you follow the script that I gave you for MBF? Like every time there's a new program, I send you a new script. She's like, oh, well, I tweaked it and added my this and this and this and this. And I'm like, well, obviously your shit isn't working. I'm at Success Club 42 and you're at 0. Like I'm not doing this and giving you the script because I think it's fun. Like I'm doing it because it works. Like same thing with the invite. She like sent me her invite and I was like, oh my gosh, just send them an invite saying, hey, I have a free workout. Do you want to try it? Like, that's it. So I'm sure Kate and Amber, and I use a lot of Amy's scripts, give you amazing scripts. You guys use the freaking scripts, they work. Don't reinvent the wheel. And then go for the close and help them get started. So I get them in and they're like, oh yeah, like I'll take this challenge pack. I set up the share cart. I copy the link from the share cart and then I send them an email being like, oh my gosh, I'm so stoked you're going to snag one of my spots for my MBF test group. Here's your enrollment you're going to get. And then I list all the stuff that they're getting. Over 6,000 hours of streaming digital workouts, early access to MBF and MBFA, bod ropes, access to UPF and 2B mindset, which is usually like a $300 value, a trial, this is a key, a trial of the superfoods or performance line that I drink every single day. I always say it's a trial because people get freaked out about the shakes. So I'm never like, oh, Angie, I don't go into the shakes because people get freaked out about it. I was freaked out about it. I was like, I'm not a shake person. So I literally just like, so you get a trial of the shake or the performance line. You get access to all this stuff. I just like list out all this. I can share with you guys my email. And I have a little blurb about about the coaching fee. By the way, it's going to say coach. This is just our VIP membership. It gets you 25% off of any of the supplements or early access to the programs in the future. If you decide you don't want the supplements, you can cancel within the 30 days and you won't be charged the $15.95. Like I just put it right there in the bottom. I address the situation, click the enrollment, step 1, step 2, message me when you're done, welcome to the team. I'll share that email with you guys. It's really easy, but it helps me close the people. I have to remind them of all the good stuff they're getting. Okay, I just want to show you guys this because this is like business stuff, right? Like this is like we own a business and I know that numbers inspire me. So I want to inspire you guys. So like I said, with my very first, like with most people don't break even. Like most people don't break even in the first 3 years of a business. My challenge pack was $199. And my first month, I made $369.50. So I earned $169.50. I was like, hot damn, Courtney, you got something here. Month 2, I can very clearly remember I got 1 paycheck that month. I like just finished my 21-day fix and I got killer results and I shared it and I signed up with like 10 people or something crazy. And I got a paycheck for $450 that week, you guys, in 1 week. That was the same amount of money that I made an entire month as a CrossFit coach. And I was the head CrossFit coach and I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on certifications. That's when I was like, oh, we're doing this. Month 3, I hit diamond. And I want to show you guys this because month 3, I hit diamond. Month 4, my income went down. You guys, just because you hit diamond doesn't mean like all of a sudden you're rolling in the dough. Like it's not like that. You got to keep working your business. Remember, consistency over time. Month 5, month 6, I went to Coach Summit. I made like what, $485 that month. I had to pay for a hotel room. I had to pay for my airfare. I paid for all the food. I spent money but I was investing in my business. I was putting money into my business. So if you have not bought your Coach Summit ticket for next year, I don't know what you're doing. You have to invest in your business. You own a business. You see it starts going up. Month 8 was the first time I actually like started inviting. That's when I started inviting to coaching. Before that, I was just signing people up as discount coaches. Month 8, I was like, oh, I'm going to invite to coaching. Like, this is what it is, right? That month, I went to a diamond retreat in San Diego with Meredith. And that's when like Together Rising was a little baby team. Like, so Moira was like a 2-star diamond coach or something like that. And Erin Hopkins and Hannah Roberts and Jess Griffin and all the names you now see like up there, we were all just diamond coaches. And that's when like I got belief instilled in me. And I was like, oh man, like I can do this. Went 1-star month 10, and then month 12 is consistency over time, y'all. That is me inviting, that is me talking to people, that is me crushing the launch of 80-Day Obsession in my month 12. It was a January, the stars aligned, and I crushed 80-Day Obsession like it was my job. That was actually my highest Success Club month ever. I hit Success Club 44 that month, and this month I'm at 42, and I'm gonna beat that. I'm really excited about it. And then once again, consistency over time right here, you guys. My first year, my business earned $10,000. And that is amazing for year 1 as a Beachbody coach. But as far as a full-time career in business, you'd probably be like, nah, that's not very good, right? Month 2, year 2, $32,000. Second year in the business, you guys. I was a 1-star diamond coach. It's not like I'm like some giant coach. I'm a 1-star diamond coach. And then last year I earned $50,000. And this year I'm already just about to that mark, 6 months in. You guys, consistency over time. This is a real business. So treat it like one. And if you treat it like one, it will pay freaking off. There's nothing special about me. Be honest with yourself and your actions. Take ownership of your business. Get creative and have fun. There's no one way to run this business, you guys. That's the rad part about this. You can completely focus on nutrition. You can completely focus on fitness. You can completely focus on lifestyle. Like, what do you love about it? And focus on it. Use the resources and tools. Don't just learn about them, actually use them. And then the number one thing that I can tell you guys is have a vision, read it daily, and then go freaking live it. I'm like living my vision. I'm living my dream life. I'm living my dream life, and I've been in this business for 3.5 years. It is completely possible. And my dreams just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger because of it. What do you think? Okay. I truly, like, and I really do. I believe this is the biggest opportunity ever, especially right now, especially with the way that Beachbody is trending with at-home fitness and how people are realizing how amazing this is. I heard this in the very beginning, probably my first month of my business, and it stuck with me the entire time. This business is really easy to do, and it's really easy not to do. The tasks, posting on social media, inviting 5 people, doing some Instagram stories. Those are easy things to do. They're not hard. What's hard is waking up at 5:30 in the morning and working to 1:30 in the morning and not seeing your husband for 4 weeks and crying every day because you're miserable in your life. That's hard. Posting on social media is not hard, but it's also really easy not to do. It's really easy, like, I'll do it tomorrow. I don't really need to post Instagram stories today. I'll do that later. I'm tired. I don't want to invite anybody. I'm not in the mood. It's really easy just to say they're going to do it tomorrow, but it's also really easy to do it today. So stop putting it off and do it today, you guys. And that's what I got for you. And I got 20 minutes to answer some questions and one sad baby. And Braden's like laughing. Braden's like in the background, just like throwing him in the air and laughing, and Bodhi's crying. Welcome to my life.
You guys, that call or that training was like fire. Hopefully you have some questions for her. What do you think the biggest obstacle you overcame in your first business or in your first year was? I get this question from coaches a lot. Like, what was the biggest obstacle?
My biggest obstacle in the first year was getting over myself and my fear of what other people were going to think of me. Like I am a people pleaser and I want people to like me. Like I like people to like me. I don't like people to not. So I didn't want to be that girl on social media that everybody, like I live in a very small town, you guys. I live in a town of literally like, there's like 1,000 year-round residents. I know everybody here. So to open a network marketing business in this small town and to put myself out there like that was terrifying. And month 3, I just hit diamond. One of my best friends, really cared about me. Took me on a hike, like a 2-hour death march is what I call it now. Took me on a hike to tell me in a nice way that everybody in town was talking about me and that I was embarrassing myself and that I was going to be the laughing stock of town and these businesses never work. And who did I think I was? Like I wasn't going to be successful. And like I was just really embarrassing myself and everybody was talking about me and she wanted to be my friend. And she just talked about that for 2 hours to me. And I went home to Burton, my very sweet husband, and I cried. And he said, like, who cares what she thinks? She's not your person then. She doesn't support you. You are happy. You are fit. You love this. Who cares? And can I tell you that she's not my friend anymore? Because that's not my friend. A friend wants to see you succeed. A friend is the first person that'll be like, yes, what are you doing? If you guys were in the 21-Day Launch Academy, you heard my story about Lindsay McQuay, my best friend, who as soon as I signed up to be a coach, I called her and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just signed up to be a Beachbody coach. This is so embarrassing. I need you to do 21 Day Fix with me and buy a challenge package. She's like, here's my credit card, Courtney, whatever you need. That is a friend. That is a friend. Know who your friends are. This is something that I heard. I don't remember where. Have like 3 people that are like a sounding board for you. And for me, I always looked towards like Amy Silverman, very successful coach. My coach Meredith, Moira, who's a good friend of mine, very successful coach in the business. I always looked at them and I said, I would message them and be like, ooh, I just did this post. Do you think it's a bad post or a good post? Like, is this too much? And they would be a sounding board. But then I also have one friend that's a non-Beachbody person at all. She's just a girlfriend of mine. I respect her. I respect her opinion. And if there's a post that I think might be like borderline tacky or an income post that I'm scared to post, I'll send it to her and be like, Kira, I'm getting ready to post this. Like, what would you think as like an outside person? And she'd be like, I would take this line out. Besides that, you go do you, girl. You know what I mean? Like she'll like, so have one friend that you trust and that cares about you and share if you're scared to post something, share it with them first and see what they say. Most of the time they're going to like give you encouragement, and those posts that you're scared to post, they're going to encourage you. Because getting over myself and getting over the fear of putting myself out there and the fear of failure was the hardest part in the beginning. You guys, when you do it and when you rip the Band-Aid off, and for me, I'm the kind of person that I knew that if I was going to do this, I was going to do this. I'm not a waffler. I'm not a flipper flopper. Like, I mean, I have girls that are on my team like, well, I've tried 3 MLMs before or whatever. And I'm like, well, if you're going to do this, like, let's do this. Stick to this. You have to stick to something. You have to stick to something. And so I knew that if I was going in on this, there was no way I was going to fail. There was no way I was going to fail because I would outlast everybody. 4% of businesses make it after 10 years. I was going to be one of those 4%. Even if the only freaking payment I got was 6-pack abs, I was going to be that 4%. Like, you have to have that mindset. Are you going for a drive? A walk?
So I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
What advice can you give to everybody here today that wants to be a good leader in like rallying your team? Because your team seems like super successful. And I would love some advice on that because I do have a lot of coaches on here. I have a lot of girls that do show up, but then I have a lot of people that say, I want it, but they don't do it. And then when I give them all the tools, nothing really comes of it. And I know so many people deal with that too. So I would love to hear your opinion.
Yeah, that's a really hard one. And leadership is something that I'm constantly working on, because that's number one, I recognize my flaws. And for me, I actually honestly believe that leadership is one of my flaws. But so I'm constantly working on it. I'm constantly growing it. For the people, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make them drink. I focus and spend my time on and energy on the people that show up on social media, that show up in the challenge groups, that are inviting people, that are sending me their invites and asking me for feedback. Those are the people that I'm spending time on and spending time with. And, you know, I feel really lucky that I have some amazing leaders on my team. I don't think that there is any one way to inspire them, except for this is something my coach told me in the very beginning, was lead by example. You have to be the coach that you want on your team. And so if you're doing like the coaches that you bring on, this is what she told me. She said, the coaches that I bring onto my team do half of what I do. And then their coaches are going to do half of what they do. And then their coaches are going to do half what they do. So what do you want on what kind of workers do you want on your team? And so you got to show up, and I lead by example. I am always the top of the leaderboard on my team. I am always the highest recruiter on my team. I want so desperately somebody to beat me on that. And I constantly challenge the girls too. And I just think it's leading by example and working with the working, not working with the willing, because everybody's willing to create a 6-figure business, right? But not many people are going to work for it.
Yeah, I really feel that like deeply. And I had like weird feedback recently where I do like pour myself into my coaches, and I try to give them, you know, everything, and I try to make it fair and equal, but I got burnt out a little bit a couple months ago, and I told Amber in May that June I was going to do me, and I did, and I had a great month for myself, but my coaches didn't have a wonderful month. And then I got like strange feedback that I wasn't like sharing my energy with everybody. And I was just like, I'm trying to keep up with people who like truly want it. So I'm trying to still find a good balance. Obviously, I'm still pretty new. Like, actually, I don't even think I could say that anymore. It's been a year, so I'm not new.
You know what I say about that, and to those coaches, is when people say that to me, I say, I share my energy in the challenge group every single day, and you are one of my like best VIP clients, and I love having you in there, and I share my energy with you in there, but I have to reserve my energy for those that are really like for my coaching stuff, for those that are really working the business. This was my aha moment recently. Mother's Day. Every single Sunday, I have my new coach call because I run Coach Sneak Peeks weekly. We're 3 weeks out of the month. I run Coach Sneak Peeks, and I do a 1-day Coach Sneak Peek, and I do my new coach call on Sunday. It was Mother's Day. And guess what? It was my very first Mother's Day, you guys. And at noon, I get on and I pour myself into these 5 new women. I pour myself into them. And like 2 of them were like, oh, I can't show up. It's Mother's Day. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I get it. It's Mother's Day. I'm showing up because you guys said you wanted this business and you wanted this call. I asked you if you wanted this call. You said yes. So I'm going to show up for you. 2 days later, one of those girls quit coaching, and I messaged her. I was like, oh my God, Brittany, are you okay? Like, is everything okay? Because like somebody quits like after a day or 2. I always message like, hey, are you okay? Like, was it just not the right program for you? Did you not like the workout? What did you not like about it? So I can know for the future. No response. The girl blocked me and hasn't talked to me since. I'm like, sorry if you guys have kids here. I was like, bitch, I gave up my first Mother's Day and poured my heart and soul into you, and you can't even respond with, sorry, it just wasn't for me? Like, no, you have to reserve your time and energy for those, and this is going to sound really crappy, that are deserving of your time and energy. you know, like, and that might sound bad, but I have poured my heart and soul into people. And, you know, if you guys were on the elite call with Doug Moss yesterday, he was like, 1 in 20 is going to do something. I also just recruit a lot of people. And that was an Amy Silverman answer for me. She was like, you just got to keep recruiting more people, Courtney. But then you have somebody like Moira that's like, I recruit 5 coaches a month and they all hit diamond within 5 days. I don't know. And I'm like, oh God, I can't even with you. But here's what she does. Let me tell you the Moira secret. If you go to her page, all that woman talks about is vision. All the time. Vision, personal development, and vision. So when those girls get on her team, they already know and they already have a vision and they're ready to go for it. And that's the difference. So I'm trying to talk about vision more, but you know, right now I'm tired. What else? I got a couple more minutes. Who else? Ask me anything. Nothing? You guys don't need help with anything? Go ahead, Gina. I see you.
Do you have tips on trying to get more Instagram followers? I'm having a hard time finding not creepy dudes, and I would really like a lot more women who think and want to be like me. So I need help.
Yes, totally. It's such a good question. I love the gram. I've met like my best friends on the gram. It's awesome. I find them under hashtags and locations, and I find people. So look at your hashtags, look at the hashtags you're using. Hashtags for me are how I find people, not how people are supposed to find me. So I go to my hashtags and I click on it. Like, for example, today I just posted one. And like Mountain Babes is one of mine because I live in the mountains. So I always click on Mountain Babes and I go under there and I like find girls that look like would be my friends. And I go to them and I watch their stories and I do my little comments and I like them. And I actively search people out. I don't expect people to come to me. And as you actively search people out, I feel like you're engaging with people on social media. It's going to boost your algorithm. It's going to show people your photos because you're actively engaging. And then I felt like I was kind of struggling with this too. Have an opinion. Don't be vanilla. Like, have a strong opinion. And that's hard for me because, like I said, I'm a people pleaser, right? I want everybody to like me. So I don't want to share a strong opinion because that's hard because I want people to like me. And that's going to alienate half of the population when I have a strong opinion. But the stronger the opinion you have, the more of your people you're going to find. And I really think, and also use a preset and have, make sure, quick IG tips, make sure your profile picture is like your face. They can see your face. It's not like something weird. Make sure your name is somewhere in your profile. Like you don't have like some cutesy thing that like, you can have like whatever name you want as your handle, but make sure your name's somewhere in your profile. So that way when you're messaging people, they're not like, who is this person? They don't even have a name. And make sure it has to look good. It has to look good. Go outside and take photos. I can look at your Instagram after this. Just message me your handle and I'll look at it. Message me on Instagram and I'll look at it and give you some tips. But I always I very rarely look at other Beachbody coaches and what they're posting because I don't care. I'm not looking for other Beachbody coaches. I'm looking for coaches. So stop creeping all the Beachbody coaches stuff all the time. Like creep the hashtags, creep the locations, creep the like businesses that you like or the brands that you like. Like right now I just found a really cute hat company for little boys that like I'm obsessed with, and now I'm in their private Facebook group and I am just all up in there creeping all over those girls with their little baby boy hats.
I love that you just said that because like I really don't like when people turn their Instagram into the cookie cutter Beachbody Instagram. Like if you go to Courtney's Instagram right now, you would never know. Never know.
Except for my last post, but the post I just did it's like a Beachbody coach. It's like me being like, I'm a Beachbody coach and you should join my team. It's like very direct. But before that, if you go back before that, it doesn't really look like one.
Yeah, because a lot of people like see stuff like that and they automatically have like a bad like taste in their mouth. Like I used to think people like were the cookie cutter Beachbody coach, and I was like, meh. No. Amber had no idea. She sent me her email with a Beachbody link, and I was like, what? Okay, I guess.
That happens to me all the time when I go to send them in the enrollment. They're like, this is Beachbody? And I'm like, yeah, dude, what'd you think? Like, what did you think it was? I'm not creating all these own programs on my own. Like, do you think I have that kind of time in my life? Like, look at my results. They work. But yeah, you guys, you all can do this. Like, you all can do this business. Just know that you have control of it. And in a world right now, when we have like so little control over so many things, you have control of this. You have control on the social media that you put out there. You have control of your message. You have control of how many invites you do. You have control of how you help your clients be successful in their fitness programs. You have control of your own health and wellness and what the results that you get in your fitness programs too. Like, know all of that and know that you can do this. Like, we have the coolest job in the world. We get to help people feel better about themselves. Like I never feel bad sharing that, ever. I'm always super stoked to share it because why wouldn't I? Like, I don't know. It's changed. That's why I always tell people, if they're like, yeah, well, I'm like, no worries, girl. It's changed my life completely. Like, just thought it might be something you'd be into. No big deal if you're not. I don't care. The no, sorry, this is me, I ramble. The no isn't about you. The no is about them. They are not ready for it. They are doing something else. It is not their right time. You're planting the seed. It's not about you. And that's what I got for you.
That was amazing. Amazing. I'm going to get the recording up soon. And will you send me the email that you send, and I'll post it in the team pages for everybody? Because
yep.
I love, everybody was like, I love the verbiage. I want that. But thank you. I can't thank you enough. You like rocked our socks off. I don't know where that saying came from, but that's the accurate description of what just happened.
I don't have any socks on. I started with no socks.
Rocked your tits off? I don't know. That was the...
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I'll get the recording up soon. This was amazing. I hope you guys took a lot out of it and go into the next 9 days of this month just on fire and like invite with passion and unapologetically, because like Courtney talked about, it can only benefit people. And if you hear no, you're still planting that seed. And again, it's not about you. You got to remove your ego from the equation. So thank you. Have a good night, guys.